And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Adjustment for September 18th, 2025. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, folks, welcome to the Zoning Board of Adjustment, and if you were, let's start with some introductions, all the way down on my far left, please.
Gaspar Bimba.
Could everyone please check your mics? I almost feel like I have enough mic for everybody.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm dead.
Am I
I'm
good?
alive. I'm back. Something happened.
Hello? Hello?
Next.
Yep.
Gaspar Bimba.
Jason Regani?
Richard Tripp.
Crystal Morin, Secretary.
Lynn Perkins, Chair.
Ray Corbett, Vice Chair.
Donald Burgess, member.
Jim Dietzel, alternate member.
And to the far right, we have Code Enforcement Officer, you're not Robert Mackey, you're Kerry Owen, so. And
I think you did everyone's name.
Doesn't look like Robert at all.
our clerk and clerk pro tem, our clerk is Lucy Peoples, and her clerk in training is with her, and I think I exhausted myself with name recognition, so. These proceedings are audio-video recorded, and in the event of an emergency, please exit to the rear of the room. Don't use the elevator. Someone will get to you. And please shut off all cell phones, any iPhones, iPads, anything that could create a distraction to the proceedings. Correct, Mr. Burgess?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
But he did that today. That's a good point.
First case up for the evening is case number 25-134, recognizing Alice Killing and Michael Makino. Folks, please come up to the dais here, and this is presenting property 41 Adams Pond Road.
Everything's off. Good.
Good evening. I don't want to be redundant, but you two look like trained professionals at this, right?
Not really.
No, not at all.
So we just ask that you read your face page of your application and then your 5 criteria, and then we're going to barrage you with all kinds of questions and go back and forth and sometimes in circles, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, so please proceed.
Okay. Question 1, the addition of this, should I need to read the question too, or just the answer?
I'm sorry?
Should I read the question or just the answer?
Yeah, question would be good. We consider this sworn testimony, and it gives a guideline for the board to.
Okay.
Okay.
So question 1, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest because the addition of this garage on our property will not negatively impact any neighboring properties. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because the addition of the garage will enable us to park our vehicle further from the road, thereby enhancing safety during snow plowing operations. Substantial justice is done because this addition will allow us to continue living in our home, meeting our wish to age in place without adversely affecting the rights of others. For the values of surrounding properties are not diminished because the proposed addition will be entirely contained on our property and not visible from neighboring homes. It will have no adverse impact on adjacent properties or their use. 5, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in unnecessarily hardship. And so with that, we had submitted a letter. To whom it may concern, we respectfully submit this letter to request a variance to allow the construction of a standalone 16 by 20 foot garage on our property. The primary purpose of this garage is to provide covered parking for one of our vehicles, which is especially important during inclement weather. We have lived in our home for over 31 years and consider it to be our forever home. Both of us are over 65 years old, and recently Michael has experienced some medical issues. For the past 3 decades, he has not had the benefit of sheltered parking. having a garage would extremely be beneficial for us, enhancing our comfort and safety and helping us to continue to age in place in the home and neighborhood we love. The variance we are requesting is to allow the garage to be located closer than the required setback. We want to assure you that the proposed structure will not obstruct the sight lines of any of our abutters or have any negative impact on the surrounding properties. We greatly appreciate your time and consideration of our request. Please let us...
Your letter is kind of self-explanatory. See the garage that's existing.
Excuse me?
I see the garage that's existing.
Yep, that is...
What's the width in that garage?
Excuse me?
What is the width of that garage?
The one that's there is probably 25 feet wide. I'm not positive. Is it on the plan?
No, it doesn't have it here.
No. No, they didn't measure it.
So just by chance, wouldn't it be less expensive and less of an aggravation and eliminate the need for another garage that you're looking for relief of if you just put a wider door on the existing garage?
Unfortunately, both cars would not fit. When we first moved into the house, we both had smaller vehicles and we could actually fit both of them in there, but we both now drive small SUVs, and even with the wider door, both cars wouldn't fit.
And by the time you factor in the lawn tractor, all of the lawn equipment and everything that we have in the existing garage, we don't have the needed space.
Okay. Well, normal garage, base garage is usually 24 feet wide. It's common, and sometimes you see 22. It sounds like you need additional storage space as well.
Yeah.
Not so much additional storage space, because that's why I want to go with a 16 by 20, because it'll perfectly fit my Ford Escape.
Well, the additional storage space would be the fact that you wouldn't be able to fit your tractor in your garage if you put the two cars.
Yes, correct.
Let me open up for the rest of the board. Anybody have any questions?
And as you get to the pictures, if you would like any narration on what you're looking at, I'd be happy to provide it.
Mr. Burgess?
Yeah. I'm on the same wavelength as Mr. Perkins is. It would probably, instead of building a whole new garage, why don't you just put a shed out back and put your lawn equipment in the shed so you can use it. But the width of the garage is standard for two cars that you've already got.
Well, we do have a shed in the back, but that also contains all of the pool equipment that we currently have, lawn chairs, tables, all of that. So gas grill and everything. So we're pretty much full on that.
Well, the problem...
The garage, the existing garage, even if we emptied it out, would still not fit both of our cars.
That's what a two-stall garage would fit, because I looked up the dimensions on the automobiles,
Right.
and two SUVs sit right next to each other. What do you have for vehicles?
But that wasn't built as a two-car garage. The existing garage is a one-car garage, I believe. Like I said, we had two
No.
tiny cars, and we could jockey them in there.
A typical one-car garage is like 12 feet wide.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
A typical one-stall garage, or one-car garage, is about 12 feet wide,
Okay.
maybe
And
14.
To answer your question, sir, we both have 2017 Ford Escapes.
Okay.
In the way that the existing garage is built, you see the door, but then it widens as you get in. And the problem is we could drive straight in, but we wouldn't be able to get out of one side of the door, but yet the way the garage is on the inside, and I literally had a Dodge Shadow that I got stuck in that garage because I had to pull so far over to the side. It took me 20 minutes. I had to actually turn it around in the garage to go out frontwards. So
Well, the other issue I have is the The standard length of most SUVs and sedans is about 15, 16 feet. So if you put anything in front of the garage, if someone comes to visit or say hello, you're sitting out in the road with the car because you only have 11 feet to the property line.
Well, if you look at this picture here, if we were able to build the garage, that car wouldn't be there any longer. It would be up into the grass area which is where the garage would be. So we'd have all that parking in front, plus in front of the existing garage on the driveway.
But what I'm trying to say is if you don't, for some reason you decide to pull in and just wait because you're going to go in the house for 5 minutes, your car's sitting in the road partially.
There's still a driveway.
No, it's still.
I understand that.
It's off of the road right
In front of
now.
that garage.
Yeah. No, that is a parking area
Yes.
inside of our
I
driveway.
went there today. I know what it looks like exactly. I was there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if,
sorry.
I just want to make a note here. I think Mr. Corbett may have a question, but the plan that you have shows that there's 11 and a half feet from the road edge to this garage, this proposed garage.
Yeah, I don't know why, because as I said, his car is parked in a spot, and you can see the mailbox is at the edge of the road, so that's more than,
Yeah, I mean, your car is 16 feet wide or long, and it's off the road, and it looks like, from what you're telling us,
Mr. Chairman,
you'd be
can I-
building in the grassy area?
yeah, the garage will be
Can
built.
I,
in the
Back to
grass.
Mr. Burgess?
I
Yes,
wanted
we
to-
have that photo.
I want to correct you just to one spot.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
It's 11 and a half feet from the property line, not the road line. Okay, that's what I'm trying to.
Very good. Thank you,
Okay,
Mr.
just wanted to make
Burgess.
sure you know.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Burgess.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Mr. Burgess?
No, I think I've beat my dead horse.
Mr. Corbett?
So I have questions about the location. The size of the existing garage. You know, the only question I have with that is, and I think it was Mr. Perkins' question, I didn't quite get the answer if you did, but why not, and I see where the pool is, so I can understand some difficulty, but why can't we build some type of extension off of this garage to turn it into a 2-bay, rather than have to put one down in front?
Sideways or?
Yeah.
Well, between the existing garage and the house is only 6 or 8 feet, I think, not even. And then from the other side, as you're looking at the garage, into the fenced area of the yard, we have our pool, and there's
Yeah.
no place else to put the pool.
I think that was my question, about how far is the pool from that edge?
From the
Side of the
existing
garage.
wall of the garage to the pool is, goodness, not more than 12 feet.
Yeah,
maybe
not
12
even.
feet. And then on the other side of the garage, because it is a detached garage, we have the walkway between the house and the garage. That's only approximately 6 to 8 feet.
Not even, yeah.
To me, where I don't have the same concern about the parking in front, not to dismiss Mr. Burgess's, but I do wonder, you know, if we were to add an 8-foot extension to the side, you know, if we're able to go as far back, we might be able to turn this into 2. Now we're looking at a side setback relief rather than a front, and you may have some more square footage to work with. There's an idea I'm kind of spitballing, but my other thought, on this other side of the house with the unused well, is that a dried well? And would that be an opportunity that we could put a second garage on the other side of the house?
The second side of as you're looking at the house on the right-hand side, that lot is down. There's a rock wall there, and then the other lot is down,
Excuse me.
2.5 feet. So adding a garage over there, the distance to get from there to the front of the house would be considerable. It would kind of defeat the whole purpose of trying to make it easier for us when it snows and when we have to shovel and plow and things like that, trying to do that from that side all the way over to the side yard would be would make it not worth doing. We might as well just leave it parked outside and clean it off.
Because the house lot sits here, the side lot is down here. And to add the garage there, we don't have walkway, so we would actually have to walk out into the road and then come in the other side of the yard, which we don't plow or anything.
No, thank you for that. I'll hand it over to the board in a moment. I think my last just kind of comment for now as I continue to let this one marinate. I don't think what you're asking for is huge. I don't think it's as far as the garages we've seen. I think it's somewhat modest just to fit the car. I don't love the placement, and I think where I currently am, and I haven't made up any mind, but I would almost like to see why an extension wouldn't be able to work to make it into two, while remaining the pool. That's just where I currently am at the moment. I'm not speaking for anyone else, and obviously my mind may kind of move with it, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's kind of where I'm landing right now.
I was thinking similar to what you were thinking.
Mr. Tripp, anything from you?
The new garage you're proposing is 16 by 22?
16 by 20,
16 by 20.
correct.
All right, so that would be 16 feet deep?
16 feet wide by 20
16 feet wide by 20 feet deep.
Right, correct.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
that would resolve the problem.
And this garage would be built entirely out of the setback?
No, just really the front. I mean, from where the edge of the road is to where the front of the garage is, I've measured, and it'll actually be 32 feet to the front of the garage from the edge of Adams Pond Road.
So it's only 32 feet? It's only 3 feet into the setback?
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
What either is or isn't?
Well, yes, it is. The only thing that confused us was on the survey, why they put it 11 and a half feet.
Because, that's
that
because your
confuses me
property
too.
line is 11 and a half feet from the door, the garage. The way the law reads, or the zoning regulations, is you have to take the dimension from the property line to the structure, and that's where you have to fit in. That's why it's 11 and a half feet. Not from the road, it's from the property line.
Correct.
Okay.
But as far as from the edge of the road, it's 32 feet to where the front of the garage would be. And the front of the proposed garage would come to about 2 feet inside the grass area. So it won't even come out to the pavement. So that's where I measured from the edge of the road to the front of the garage, which is 32 feet.
Do you follow that, Mr. Tripp?
Oh, I see it.
I still have I still wonder why the drawing we have shows the garage only being,
That's the property line.
That's the property line.
So there's in between is where the extra is.
I guess I will have to take a look at our ordinance book and see,
We can go over to code enforcement in just a minute and see if
that's even easier.
clears up for you. Ms. Moran,
I
you
can
all
see
set?
why you're the
One
chairman.
question.
Harry,
Mrs. Moran? No, let's hold on. Let's get through some questions first.
Okay.
Mrs. Moran?
Where your pool begins and the garage ends, what is that measurement amount?
Where the existing garage and the
So,
pool?
yes.
I haven't measured it, but it is probably,
Like
we,
the overlap part of it, yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not much. Not much at all. It would not be big enough, in my opinion, to fit another car, or the cost to refit the existing garage.
You
Right.
Get your lawn tractor between the pool and the
Yeah,
garage.
I can get the lawn tractor through.
So that's what,
but
32 inches?
42.
It's a 54-inch deck.
Okay.
So I can get the lawn tractor
Okay.
through, but not much else.
No, I mean like the beginning of the pool, the view you can see right now, and then the back of the garage do they overlap? Because if you were to
okay.
extend it, are you going to hit a pool?
Okay.
No, the pool, of course, is separate from the garage. The garage is a little set in front of the pool, and the pool is 12 by 20, I think, so.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody down to the left of Mr. Tripp, Mr. Dragani, Mr. Obimba?
All set.
Mr. Dietzel, you all set?
All set.
All right.
Yeah, all set.
Let's bounce on over to code enforcement and see what they have to say. Ms. Owen, you care to help us out here?
Thank you. This property is located in the low-density residential zoning district, which, as most districts, requires 35-foot front setback from the front property line, 15 feet from the side and the rear. And as we've been discussing, there is an existing standalone garage on the property. This proposed garage would sort of align with the existing jog in the driveway. And I wanted to point out, with regards to the existing pool and the relation to the existing standalone garage, while there is space between them, it appears that the ladder to get to the pool is kind of on that corner facing the garage area. So just something to keep in mind if it just becomes a tight space for access, or it could become.
So could you check on tax map and see how big that garage is? See if you can find that. How did this call come to you? Was it through Mr., what's this?
Mackey?
Pelican.
Was it from Mr. Pelican or was it from these folks here?
It's from the applicants.
Yeah, okay. And did you, we were close to Mr. Mackey, time-wise being what it was did you take the call originally?
They provided a copy of or they brought the application into our office after Mr. Mackey had left.
Did you have to advise them to get the survey?
No.
Okay, so they provided the survey right off the bat?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we knew what our property lines were before we started, so.
Sure, no, I appreciate that. Do you see the side of
One
the
inch
garage?
equals 40 feet.
480. I just want to verify that this garage is 24 feet. Does it give a dimension or not?
No.
I think that's 24 by 24, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, 24 by 24 is 576. No, I'm again, the square footage was 480.
And
I'm not sure that the garage is actually 24 feet. I'm thinking it's 22 feet.
22 feet.
Like it might be a 22 by 22. And that gives us 484 square feet. I kind of think along the lines with Mr. Corbett. I'm not sure I was comfortable with the placement of this. However, my thoughts originally, Mr. Burgess caught me on, was that I thought the garage was going to be 11 and a half feet from the road, which has been demonstrated not to be the case. Though I do feel a little oogie about the placement. Anybody have any other comments at all?
One other thing I was thinking of, if they turned it sideways and pushed it.
Narrowed it up a bit?
Well, no, if you took it and turned it around
Yeah,
instead of.
narrowed it?
Had it 16 feet from the front to the, 20 feet back and 16 feet on the side, so that you can come in the driveway and go into the garage.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
One of the reasons we had looked at that also, and one of the reasons we had decided that we'd prefer it to go straight on is if we turn it long ways so that the door is into the garage, into the driveway, getting access to the back area where the pool is to be able to mow and all that kind of stuff. Our only access is through double gates right there. And if we turn it the other way, we're not going to be able to get the mowers and stuff around to get access to that back area, right?
From what I got here, you got 38 feet to the property line from the corner of the garage, right? According to the map. So that means if you move that back where it's 15 feet from the property line, you still have 18 feet. So you can move it further on back this way and still be within all your parameters for having it put in. It's just another option, that's all.
Yes, we looked at that. We came up with 5 feet in front of the existing garage to give us access
Yeah.
around the entire garage.
Right, that's if we did it long ways, but
Okay.
he's talking about doing it so it comes this way,
Uh-huh.
so.
Yeah, that, and as Alice mentioned, as you can see the picture, we have double gates for,
But this means you can move the garage slightly more forward because it's now sideways
Right.
and have a little more gap back there.
So move it closer to the road, so have it sideways, but move it closer to the road. That's what he said.
It seems like a better option to me, but that way you're not going to be fooling around with the thing in the street someplace. But
That, I mean,
that's an option.
yeah, we can put it anywhere that you guys think it makes sense, as long as it's, makes sense for us as far as access to it and being close to the house.
in the position that we're asking, it's much easier to come and turn in
Yeah.
to the garage instead of coming up the driveway.
And then pulling in
making the
that way.
sharp
Yep.
90 to get, and then backing out or pulling out if I back in.
I want to go back to Mr. Tripp for just a second. He had asked for clarity from code enforcement on a question regarding, I think, setback distance, correct? Mr.
Where is
Tripp?
it measured from? Is it measured from the edge of the road or the lot line?
From the lot line.
So right now you have 11-foot setback.
Correct, from the property pin.
Line.
Yes.
Yes. 11 and
You
a half.
realize you have to have a 35-foot setback.
Right.
Correct, that's
So
why we're
you're
here.
20 foot short.
Correct. But that's from the property line. Correct.
Correct.
But
That's all that matters.
yeah, that's all that matters. I was just making the point that it's still 32 feet from the road.
But you don't control where the edge of the road is.
No,
The
no,
town
correct.
could come along
Actually, that's,
and put you and move the road 22 feet, and then you'd be 11 feet off the road, which is
Correct.
completely in the setback.
Right.
The-
Right. Well, that would pretty much put almost the entire property.
Now,
But as far as, it really won't change the footprint of the property, is the only point that I was making.
see, the additional feet beyond where your property line is basically town property,
Right.
okay?
Correct.
And if they decide to expand the road someday down the road, then they could take that,
Right.
and then you're in the same predicament anyways. So
The-
that's
the
the
garage
reason
would
why
be existing
we get
already,
into all this
so-
stuff, yeah.
All right, Mr. Burgess, are you all set?
I'm done.
And Mr. Tripp, are you satisfied with any questions left?
I guess I have a question. Another question.
Sure.
One of the pictures you gave us shows one of your vehicles parked parallel to the road.
Yes.
Is that, and you can see where there's a utility pole, looks like it may be 5 feet off the road.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, so our plot line is on the right-hand corner of that vehicle, up forward. So our existing
Damn close.
property line.
Right-hand side of the vehicle, you mean the passenger side?
So, yeah,
You mean the passenger
passenger
side?
side, right. So in this picture, the stake where, for that corner of our property line is on this side, up quite a few feet from there.
Yep.
So you're parked in a right-of-way.
I only parked there
To take the
this
picture.
day.
No, that's not I parked there because
Yeah.
the question was, you're parked in the right-of-way, and the answer is either yes or no.
Phrase that again, Mr. Tripp?
I said, in this picture, it appears that you're parked in the right-of-way.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Okay.
And they did it to demonstrate where the property boundary actually is. Intentionally.
And
for
to
this
take the
picture.
pic,
doesn't
and to
look
take
like
the
30
pictures
feet.
without the car in the driveway.
It's not.
Okay.
The property boundary and the road edge are two different things.
I understand that.
Yeah, and they,
And the applicant had previously said
Yeah,
that
that's not 38.
where they want to put the garage is 32 feet off the edge of the road.
Correct.
It's more like, it looks like the 11.5, if you double it, you're out to the edge of the road, so that'd be 22 or 23 feet. I don't know how you get, I don't see 38, just mind's eye. Maybe it's an optical illusion, I'm missing it. I don't have a scale with me, so I don't know.
If you look at this picture, the edge of the road, this is the driveway, the edge of the road is right here. And then I measured from the edge of the road into where the garage was going to be. But yes, the 11 and a half feet is the footage from the property
Right.
line.
so let's take the conversation back to some of the elements we'd want to consider, which one here is safety. I think Mr. Corbett may have touched on. We estimate that and based on the current asphalt that's there's about 22 feet to the road edge. I think Mr. Corbett's thoughts were that he would be concerned, I don't want to put words in his mouth, that there might be a safety issue there if we were to grant relief for this, the request. And would there be enough room for a car to back out and not back into traffic? And whether that's Mr. Corbett's concern or not, that's what I took out of it. And so I think that's one of those questions to evaluate if you're looking at granting the relief for this applicant. Sightline, being able to back out and not be into a busy road, certainly 11 feet off the pavement edge would be a concern, because a vehicle couldn't pull out of the whole garage and still have sightline. But as it's being demonstrated here, I think you see that the vehicle, understanding that the garage proposal is not on the pavement, the vehicle currently has sight line, so a safety concern could be diminished
Correct.
for the applicant, I think. And that's more, I think, addressing Mr. Tripp's concerns and his questions. Anybody else have any questions, Mr. Corbett?
Yeah, you know, I know I kind of put a couple of alternative ideas up there, and I think one Mr. Burgess had, I've been playing around with, you know, to his point, if we were to take the proposed garage and we rotate, you know, we did rotate it, basically to the point that you were pulling in like this, you know, this way,
Yeah.
even though, again, you still have a setback here, that would alleviate some concern for me, you know, assuming there's enough room to pull in without having to do a handful of three-point turns, which it looks like there could be. I think you can still utilize the first, you know, the existing one as it is today. Still have a spot if necessary there. It alleviates the concerns I think I've heard from the other board members about where, you know, visitors would park. And I think it would just be an easier, in and out. There's another house I can't think of off the top of my head, but I drove by it on the way here. I want to say it was on Island Pond, and it's just the way the car has to back into their driveway. It is dangerous, you know, when you're behind it. So that is one of my concerns. But if there was a way to shift that, I think I would feel a lot better, even for the location. Then I would feel a lot better about it.
Where are the garage doors being placed?
Down, I believe.
Towards the road?
Yeah, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
No,
then I agree with switching it. I was under the impression the garage doors were going to be facing their pavement, not the road.
Because I think, and I don't want to go too,
No, the garage door is facing the road.
I don't want to go too far into other things, but I feel like when you look at the lay of the property, kind of learning what we've heard, the other side, really where it's not usable, seeing what's available for the side setback, we still have, 4 feet before we'd even have to face a side setback. I think I think that one kind of almost checks a lot more of the 5 criteria too for you. But I don't want to guarantee that, or I can't guarantee that, obviously, but just my thoughts as I look at this.
May I comment to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking here, so instead of the garage door facing the road, you're suggesting the garage door face out here?
Yeah.
Out to the driveway.
The only problem that I foresee with that is the driveway's not really all that wide, so it would be to pull in and a sharp left, and then in the winter, we have a plow that plows our driveway, and in the winter, the snowbanks are all the way up to the edge of the grass that you see on the right. So then that would also restrict the backing in, the backing out, and the pulling in. That would be my only concern with switching the layout of the garage from facing the road to the garage door facing the driveway.
I guess with that thought, with the snow, if they were able then to push it up against the side of it here, rather than where it is currently at the grass, say, again, so not, say it was right here, if they then use this whole area.
They do already.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was referring to
The other side, got it.
grass
Yeah, okay.
on the other side. That all becomes quite a snowbank.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, throughout the winter season.
I think as we ask the questions and trying to reconsider some thought on this, I think there's overall some concerns with the board and where the acceptance of this. Do you have an alternative design that you thought would work if you thought this request would fail?
No, we didn't,
No, we did not.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the way the property is, that this is really the only viable spot that we could think of, and that would not only suit our needs, but also, by trying to be not close to the road, so it won't impact with any plowing, still give us the space for parking of other vehicles that people visit. So this is really the only option that we see.
Are you building this yourself?
Pardon me?
Are you building this yourself?
No, we're going through I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
For me, I'm still hung up on this, and similarly to how Mr. Corbett expressed. And for myself, I don't think your existing garage is 24 feet wide.
That was just a guess, I don't know.
Which certainly, I will agree, constrains you on fitting 2 vehicles in there. But I also am not sure why this accessory garage could not be backed up to where the chain link fence is, perhaps a dormer that connects one roof to the other might seem more serviceable, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to expand to the left of the existing garage towards the pool, but it seems like this would clean things up and get you a little more straightforward. In fact, the back door of the garage, if it was set right to where the chain link fence is, could walk right into your pool area, but that secures and meets the obligations of safety around a pool.
Possibly, you're saying also a door to connect into like the existing
Yeah,
garage.
a door on the side and a door on the back.
The back door of the existing garage is at the chain link fence between the house and the existing garage. It's just,
Well, the chain link fence shows on the plan that it connects more into the front of the existing garage.
I think we were saying
No.
like if it
Yes.
shifted back
so
or sort of
right,
here.
as you're looking at the garage, on the left-hand side, the chain link fence is at the front, but on the right-hand side, in between the house and the garage, the chain link fence is at the back end of the garage where the door,
Yeah,
the back
but
door.
I'm talking about placing the new accessory garage on the left-hand side of your existing garage.
Yeah, if you push that back right to where the fence currently is, it would look,
And then,
again, we'd almost have to see it, but it would almost give the presentation that you'd be able to enter right from the back to the existing garage, create
So
some
the-
more frontage.
The proposal that we had put forth, the distance between the existing garage and the back of the new garage is only 5 feet. And the reason we had done the 5 feet was we felt we needed to be able to get around, shovel and access and stuff around the garage.
We understand that. I'm in understanding that you desire that gap, putting a dormer or some kind of connecting roof between the two would be functionable.
We
And
hadn't thought about connecting them.
I understand. And that would give you covered passage if you wanted to go from one garage to the other. And I think that may meet the appetite of this board from what I'm hearing, but no decision has been made yet.
Let me see if I understand.
confused, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm not following.
Because you have plenty of room on your side setback to the left.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
so you could slide this back, slide it to the left, keep a gap between I'm sorry?
Show them what I marked up. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure, that's fine.
He's going to show us.
Okay,
Mr. Corbett's going to help you out.
okay.
Mr. Chair, general note, if I could take this opportunity, if we can ensure all participants just have close proximity to the microphone. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. I thought you were going for station identification.
After these messages.
And then it allows you, just that little intro here, and then you enter the garage next, still have space.
Can you speak into the microphone so everyone
I
can
think-
hear?
I think what he's just narrating to them, we'll just pause for a minute, and then he'll come back and we can have that discussion.
You know, 5 feet.
So
So kind of,
remove the fence.
Yeah.
And then the new go back.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like right up against where the, that's where the end of the new garage is. The two buildings. Yeah. Grade 16 feet here, still be good here, or, within it. And then, work with it. When I go back up,
And-
but that's what I was.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so 11 and 12 feet is what it's showing.
And you go,
So we would move the garage back 5 feet.
yeah, well, it's whatever, it's +2, right?
My only problem is that the 16 feet, by doing that, by moving it farther back, will it restrict my access through my double bed?
Well, okay.
Because the gate's open this way.
All right, so let's see if we can get back to this and to our normal procedure. Thank you, Mr. Corbett.
So what I had, sorry about that, so what I was explaining to the applicants was almost what I was envisioning. If you look at the survey where the chain link fence is next to the existing garage, if we shifted the proposed one right back there.
Yep.
Eliminate that portion of the fence. It now meets the new garage.
And then you'd need to put a
Create
door.
an extra 5 feet of frontage to the front here, and now this back corner could enter into the existing garage. Now, they would lose the walkway that was discussed, and then, as Mr. Makino had mentioned, the concern now with that would be, and sorry if I butchered that last name, but the concern would be that the doors of the fence swing open. Perhaps it may hinder, but
Well,
it may be something that we look into. is that portion of the measurement I'm not sure of.
The other point that you could do, the other thing you could do with this is you could have a rear access door on the garage and a side access door, so you can go right straight through. You know, one in the back on the, your left-hand side, and one on the right-hand side that comes in from the side, so you can go right into one, out into the pool area, so you don't need another access, you don't need a double gate unless there's for some reason you need it for other purposes.
Yes, the double gate serves as access to the backyard.
The fenced-in area of our backyard.
Our lawn service has to get through the double gate with their equipment to be able to mow the backyard.
All right, so
You could actually have two garage doors, one in the back, one in the front.
That means that, yeah, they'd have to have access to be able to get in and out of the garage, whereas right now, if they come while we're not home, they can just go into the yard through the fence, but.
all right, so folks, I think what we're going to do is, if you'd like,
Yeah.
we still have a ways to go here. We need to look for public on this, and then the board's going to deliberate. But while we make a call for public, why don't you discuss whether you have an appetite for pushing this back?
Yeah.
And I, quite frankly, I don't care whether you attach this new garage to the old one or not. I'm not comfortable with where this is being placed towards the road edge. So I'm looking for something concessionary in that regard.
Okay.
You have, it looks like probably 32 feet of play between the existing garage and your setback line to your left. So you can place that garage wherever you want, but just understand that you're going to start to run into a roadblock with your proximity to the road edge, and that could deny your application. So if you think you can, well, we do our other procedural elements, and if you think you can work with something that Mr. Corbett may have covered with you, you can let us know afterwards whether you want us to amend the application and, or just vote on it the way it sits.
Yeah, and if I may, Mr. Chair, if they'd like to amend it, I wouldn't even necessarily hold them to that today, but perhaps, allow them to table this for the time being, look into the
a good
alternative,
idea.
see if they can get a drawing marked up or see why it would or would not work.
Okay.
And then, come back to us at the next
Would you like to-
meeting rather than a full commitment
Yep.
tonight.
Okay. Well, you folks digest that, what I suggested, understand what Mr. Corbett just explained, and we'll go through our procedural elements here. Take us 1 or 2 minutes. You can let us know when we come back to you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Mr., don't go away.
Oh, sorry.
Now, if somebody comes up to speak, you'll have to step back, but you'll have a chance to rebut, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Provencher, we have some phone numbers there, and
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Corbett usually helps us with those, and we're going to make a call to the public, both in support of this and opposed. Mr. Corbett?
Anybody at home who wishes to dial in, you're going to dial 646-558-8656, and your meeting ID is 323-909-140. Once you're in, you're going to press star 9 to raise your hand, and if you're having any technical issues, you're going to dial 603-845-5585, and someone will help you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Corbett. Anybody in the room wish to come up in support of this application, this would be your opportunity to do so. Anybody wish to speak? Seeing no one rise for that. Anybody wish to speak in opposition to this application, this would be your opportunity to do so as well. And seeing nobody there, anybody out there in remote land, Mr. Provencher?
We do have attendees, but no one rising at this time, Mr. Chair.
Very good. All right, so we'll consider that we've met the statute for public input on this matter. Any last comments from the board? There's been some, dialogue here, primarily between myself and Mr. Corbett. Mr. Burgess, you have any suggestions here? We are not going to go into deliberative yet, but...
Well, the suggestion that Mr. Corbett made about tabling this and letting them see if what we're asking them to do is feasible with the person who's going to build the building, might be a good idea. Give them a week, 2 weeks to get some information they would like to pass on. And then when they come back, we can go into the deliberative and
Okay.
Or we can give them another chance to talk before we do that.
Right, explain
Then
why
we'll go into delivery.
either
Yeah.
does or would not be
Okay.
able to change.
Sure.
Mrs. Moran, any thoughts?
I agree with what has been stated. I like the thought of moving it closer to the side and then maybe potentially being able to turn it then because they'll have more of a turnaround room, but I agree with seeing what other alternatives there are before we decide.
All right, Mr. Tripp?
It seems that there's several members on the board that believe that rotating it 90 degrees and then moving it towards the left lot edge would eliminate the issue with the tight turn radius. So I believe that's something that's plausible.
So I don't think we're necessarily looking at turning that, but I think that we're looking for a gain of additional setback from the road edge. And I think that if we were to amend this for these folks, we would calculate that, we would make that amendment and calculate it now. I think the tabling becomes problematic, or not tabling it becomes problematic because we don't really know how to calculate what that would be. But from my calculations, this would move this back to the chain link fence.
Roughly 5 feet.
I'm sorry?
I thought it was
Roughly
5.
5 feet.
I'm thinking more like 8.
Yeah, I was thinking myself, because they said it was
So
5 feet
rotating it
between the
would move it
garage.
back 8 feet.
Well,
and then
but they don't
another
want to
2
rotate
feet
it.
for the fence.
Well,
But what we are working on is moving the garage, finding a happy medium, moving the new garage back, the back of it to about where the chain link fence is.
And that would be about 7.5.
There you go,
Because
7, 8 feet.
fence is about 2.5 from the edge of the existing.
So that would make this
5
like
feet.
20 feet instead of 11 and a half.
That would be doable, to move the back of the new garage up to the chain link fence. My only concern, as I pointed out to Mr. Corbett, my only concern is being able to open the double gates.
Well, it might mean that
can
you
shift those.
might have to redesign that chain link fence to accommodate that. I don't want to tell you how to get there. I just want to, the board just wants to resolve what that minimum setback comfort range is, and that's what we're working on.
I think what I'd like to give you guys is rather than just commit today, have to commit, and then however long down the road realize it's not working for one reason or another, give you a little period to speak with the team, see what is doable, what their thought, if there's a way to accomplish what we're asking.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to invest as much. Otherwise, you come back before us. It's either, hey, we're able to do this, we can create the more space, or alternative, we can't. Here are all the reasons, why this is the only location that works. And I think that would probably arm you guys the best.
Would you like to take advantage of Mr. Corbett's proposal and come back, or would you like us to try and shoot from the hip?
You want to take some time and come back so we can remeasure?
My only question would be, if we decided to move the garage back the 5 feet that you're all speaking of, and I can rearrange the fence, I could get just one big door that opens the other way and do away with the double door situation. We could probably do that. Would that be acceptable to the board if we moved 5 feet back?
And do we need,
Becomes the problem, but
No, it's-
I'm wondering if we made a commitment at 20 feet from the setback, if we would be comfortable with that.
So further back from the fence.
Yeah, you'd have to go up right up to the fence.
Just 20 feet.
You'd have to go right up to the fence.
Correct.
So that's, I thought what you had earlier said was 5 feet from the garage to the garage, and then another 2 or 3 feet to the fence. So that'd be making it more like 8 feet
Still come back.
that you're talking about, yeah.
Correct. So then,
That's why we're talking what we're talking about, so you
So
get
if we have
20
the
feet from the
existing
road,
11 and a half
from the
feet.
property line.
and we add the 8 feet, then that would be 16 and a half, or, excuse me,
19.
19 and a half feet.
Yeah.
And I think that would be, if we could settle on that, I think to Mr. Perkins' point, kind of put that number in as what we're looking to accomplish. I think that would, again, no guarantees, but I think that would strengthen your cause.
would we need to get it new plot plan or
I
show that? I mean,
I would be comfortable in this being marked up. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Perkins, I'd defer to you on this if you'd want to see a whole new stamped plan. I know the revisions can get, typically you get a revision. I don't know how Tim would work with it. Maybe I would even be okay with this is your current one. One came in and now we saw.
yeah.
As long as we had the proper dimensions, we could speak to how we got to the measurement. I would almost go with that. I'd be okay with that, but I'll defer to the rest of the board.
Mr. Chair, may I make a few comments? If the board chooses a markup on this current site plan, when the time comes, if the variance is granted, we would require a certified plot plan the surveyor would have to come out and re-verify the location on the property for records. So that would be forthcoming in the future. The other thing I just wanted to mention is, I think that it should be an idea to consider that the board is suggesting pushing that standalone garage back. Just keeping in mind the proximity to the existing garage, connecting them at a corner becomes challenging with structures moving and shifting, and one being there for a longer period of time and one being a new structure, and things do settle. And then also keeping in mind roof pitch when it comes to snow and water as well, so.
Do we have some presumption that the existing garage is not on proper footings or foundation? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, not at all, but
Okay.
even with proper frost wall protection, if it was built on that, or a slab, I'm not sure what it was built on at the time, but buildings do move and shift, and when they have a frost wall, it's more rigid and grounded, but it does still expand and contract.
Okay.
And there would be an issue with roofing when it
With
comes.
what?
With the roofing. If we went with that plan, the current garage is a metal roof. We weren't expecting to put a metal roof on the new garage. So we would have, and if you have any experience with metal roofs, the snow.
Well, it's not this board's purview to tell you how to build it. It's just our purview is to find our comfort zone and see if we can help you out or not. And if you decide to tie in with a roof between the two buildings or not, that's really up to you and your design team.
Okay. And I just have one other question regarding if we did add the new garage, but the 8 feet back, you had mentioned we would need to have, would it have to be a whole new survey of the entire property? Because that gets quite expensive.
Correct. So this appears to be a recent survey. The way that it would typically work is you could contact this surveyor again, and after the footings are poured, before you start framing the garage, is the proper time that they would just come out and verify the 4 corners, the 4 points of the new foundation, and be able to plot it right on their existing drawing and give us the exact dimension from all property line locations.
Okay,
So
thank
it's
you.
usually just, it's a fee to have them do that, but it wouldn't be to restart the process from the beginning.
Is the department moving in this direction?
Say again.
Certified plot plans?
We've always required that.
We have not. Historically, we have not always done that. I'm
Okay.
just wondering if we're doing it now or if that's your intentions.
We have been doing that, and
Okay.
for at least since I've been here, and we
Okay.
will continue to be doing that.
All right, very good, thank you.
Okay. I move to table this.
Well, let's hold on a second. We want to provide a target. So I'm wondering, Ms. Owen, to work within your boundaries, do we know, maybe, perhaps you folks can tell us, to expedite this, where your existing garage is? Mr., what's his name again? The surveyor?
Pelican.
Pelican. I was going to say Preventure, he's audio video. Mr. Pelican may be able to mark off where your existing garage is, and that will give you a barometer, and to honor code enforcement, the certified plot plan would be afterwards. But again, that's not this board's purview. That would be for you to work out between yourselves and code enforcement, all right? But I think understanding that will help this board move this along for you. I think we want a target on this for these folks to work on, Mr. Corbett?
Yeah, the 8 feet back, so what, create 19 and a half, or it would actually be 19.1 at the closest point, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, do we want 19 feet back?
19 feet, yeah.
Where
At least
we're
19
showing 11
19 plus?
yeah.
and a half? Is that correct?
We're showing 11.1,
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
11.1, okay. So we want
roughly 19.
19 back, okay.
Minimum?
Yeah.
We want, let's get to 19 and then we'll kind of see where we are.
All right, folks, so this beats a denial, okay? And I think Mr. Corbett has suggested the 19 where we're showing 11-foot 1, okay, in line with that? And so we want you to rework your ideas, come back to us, I think, in 2 weeks, and let's target the 19 minimum.
If they're moving this over to the left,
I don't care if they're moving it to the left.
no,
I don't care where they go. Mr. Corbett wants them back 19, and that was the
It's going
suggestion.
to be more than 19 because the simple fact, the other one's 11.5.
Well, that's fine.
Doing it on a curve.
11.1.
11.1 and 11.5 on the other side.
But
So
we're
it's on a
measuring
curve.
from the closest point.
Yeah, I know, but that won't be there anymore because it's going to be moved over and back. So you got to move it down the curve. It's going to be around closer to 19.5. But that's
We'll
okay.
aim for
19 is
19,
good. Just the point.
So, can I ask a couple of
Yes.
questions? I'm sorry.
Sure.
So when we come back, we don't need to have a new plot plan. We're just going to take the one we have and
Yep.
rework where the garage is going to be.
Yeah,
So the board, the board its purview is to the ordinance. And I think we've discussed that there's a comfort range with where this is proposed. If you can hit that comfort range that this board is describing,
Yeah, we're good.
I don't care how it gets built or where you build it, as long as it meets that guideline.
No, I was just talking about when we-
I understand. And then from there, you will have to provide a certified plot plan as code enforcement is suggesting.
which means for the next meeting.
I
So the plot-
don't need a survey, as long as I
Yeah, yeah.
understand the
That-
distance.
That's what I was answering, yeah. So you mark up the current one, and then if it then advances, it gets further along, you'll have to then purchase the other one. But if you just take this, mark up where it moves to, speak with the team, get us some official measurements, you can even include those yourselves, talk through where they came from, and then we'll go from there.
And just as a benchmark, you might be able to ask Mr. Peliquin how far back that existing garage is, and that will help you work out what you need and whether or not it will fit for you. That, you understand that?
And then I guess my second question was, we talked about, so if we're doing it face on, you want us back 19 feet. If we went with the idea to change it so the entrance was into the garage, into the driveway, do we still need to be back? Does the side of it still need to be back 19 feet, or?
If you were to go with that alternative proposal, I think I just want to see it. I don't see how you could create 19 feet there.
Right.
But shifting it just based on the dimensions creates at least 4 to 5. So
Because I'm thinking,
so the way I would look at it is my understanding of what we're asking is if we keep it the way it's positioned today, let's move it back, get to 19. If you're going to go the alternate route, let's draw that up and kind of see how it works.
because I was thinking if we went the alternate, if we pushed it back, because we have the 39 feet to the other line, if we moved it back, we could widen the driveway maybe, which might make it, getting in and out of it easier. But I didn't know how far back from the road that first side had to be.
Yeah,
It would approximately gain 4 feet, because instead of 20 this way, we would
It's
flip it,
16.
and it'd be 16.
Yeah, but we could move it back a little bit too.
and then I'd allow for that explanation when you guys came, why the number shifted.
And I'm sorry, so 2 weeks is October
Second,
what?
second, I guess.
Okay, so we're actually out of town that week.
Okay. So
October
we'll do
16th.
another time.
We get,
Whatever time is good for you.
But October, so we can table it to the next meeting after that, presumably the 16th, but it would depend on what gets scheduled, so I'm sure.
Do we have to pick something, or do they have to re-notify neighbors?
You folks good with the second meeting in October, which was the third week?
Oh, it's the 4th, I'm sorry. Oh, that's September,
You're good with that?
October 2nd.
Are you good with the third
The
week?
third Thursday in
of
October.
Yes, that works. It's just that second one, that first one, we're not there.
Okay.
So do we need to do the re-notification and stuff again?
Not if it's tabled to a date certain.
No, you won't need to. So we'll table it to the 16th. October 16th will be the motion that we need to make.
Mr. Tripp, did you have a question before
I
we?
did.
Okay.
Since we're talking about marking up the drawing, since there's a considerable difference between the lot line and the road edge, could that be annotated on the new?
Well, it is shown.
We have a
here.
measurement.
I didn't see it at first myself, but,
Where is it shown? Where the,
well, the 11.5.
well, that's to the lot line. I'm talking about to the road edge.
You want an actual measurement?
Please.
So,
No.
again, you can, as a board, you can override what I'm suggesting, but
Yeah.
what we're deciding on is a distance that this board might be amendable, likely would be amendable for those folks to set back.
And we're going to,
But-
the
but-
distance would be from the garage to the lot line.
Yes.
Correct.
Now, because the applicant has talked about, there's
Yeah.
there's a significant
We'll
difference.
disregard that.
But you may, by asking them to come back with something marked up, may delay them till November or December.
All right, well then,
Okay, so, which is why I asked 5 minutes ago, just to give us a distance that this board would be amendable to, and then after that, their surveys are between themselves and code enforcement.
okay.
Does that work?
And the measurement that they'll be annotating onto the drawing will be from the
Property line.
property line to the new
Closest
placement of the garage. All right, I'm good with that.
To expedite this, I suggested that if they call Mr. Peliquin, he might be able to give them the actual distance between their existing garage and
Yeah.
the property line, and that may
I'm
help
only
them
concerned
design.
about the distance
Right, and he's saying
from
that
the
we could just
building
add,
to the lot line.
and they'd be able to add that 20 feet just to what Mr. Pelican's saying, and
Yeah.
the math would be done.
There you go. Okay? You good? Everybody good down to the right?
I'm good to
so.
go.
All right, very good.
Chair, can I make a motion to table this meeting until the third Thursday in October?
You may, thank you.
I will second that.
And Mr. Tripp will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We'll see you folks the third Thursday of October. If you have any questions, run them through Mrs. Owen. She'll communicate with the board as she needs to if there's any changes, okay?
Enjoy the wedding in the
Very
meantime.
good.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, okay.
One more time? Maybe. I got a 50-foot tape measure. All right.
She is not right. It is
What
not
is it? Where's my agenda?
It is 9 o'clock.
Oh, jeez.
Update.
Do you need a drink? Do you want to sit on this, or you want to move forward? I can wait, that's fine. All right. Mr. Provencher will take a brief pause. All right, we're all set? All right, case number 25-135, Daniel Moynihan.
Here we go.
Good evening, Ms. Moynihan, how are you?
Morning.
All right, so you saw how we handled the first case
Yes,
peacefully?
very good.
I just have you read your face page and your application 5 criteria,
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Thank you.
Yes, I own 18 Oak Street. I'm asking for variance to allow for additional square footage for an ADU space within the existing footprint of the building. I have to apologize. I'll read these, but now looking back at some of my answers, I think I missed the question, but, and I'll explain at the end. The variance will not be contrary to the public interest because we would be converting an old vacant building into a beautiful residence with an ADU. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because if it remains commercial, there will be more traffic generated in an otherwise residential area. Substantial justice is done because the neighborhood will become nicer and we'll see less traffic once converted to a residence. And the values of the surrounding properties are not diminished because we'll be improving the property and overall appearance of the street, likely increasing values. Literal enforcement of the provision of the ordinance would result in an unnecessary hardship. This is an existing building and space which we would like to utilize. No additional square footage will be added. It is reasonable since the space is existing and not being added. And by limiting us to only use 800 square feet of existing space, we cannot fully utilize the space. I did write a letter, but and I can read that, but I guess it's probably easier if I could just explain, if that's okay.
Sure.
So,
Did he get through his 5 criteria?
Yes, you got through all 5.
yeah, so the building is an old lodge that was built in around 1900. It's approximately 3,000 square feet in total, and that includes a basement space. And we would, so there's approximately 1,500 square feet of street level space, and then approximately 1,500 square feet, give or take, of basement space. In the basement, however, there are a lot of that space, or I shouldn't say a lot, but significant space is taken up by a utility room, storage space, and so forth. The thought was to use the downstairs as an ADU and the upstairs as the main residence. So this wouldn't be, we're not asking it to be a two-family, just really to essentially put an additional kitchen in the lower level that would accommodate, a family member or someone like that to be able to use the space as living space.
Whereabouts is I didn't quite follow where you were proposing this additional, I'm looking at the second page, the floor plan. Is the proposed with the, where's the location of this?
Sorry, so the proposed ADU would be on the lower level of the existing space. So from what I'm aware, the ordinance allows for 800 square feet of ADU space. So we're really just asking to expand that space so we can utilize the full downstairs for additional living area.
Do you have any other plans or anything that depicts a clearer image of this?
Only the plans that I have submitted, the drawings that I've submitted.
Can I ask you, your address is Wyndham,
Yes.
but you're asking for an ADU?
Yeah, so we purchased the property, not with the intent to move there, but with the intent to convert it into usable living space, and likely will sell the property. That's the intent.
Ms. Owen, doesn't the ADU law stipulate that you need to reside in it?
Must be, one of the units must be owner occupied, correct?
Yep. Oh,
So you don't reside there, and that's a problem.
No, we don't.
Nope.
Yeah, and no, I don't believe anybody, well, not to my knowledge, has resided there, at least recently. It's an old lodge, and So no, we wouldn't be, to be clear, I would not be residing there. I mean, the other option, which I'm completely fine with, to be honest, is one of the other thoughts was really just to convert the whole thing into a single family. And that would essentially work, just by removing the downstairs kitchen, I think, that would be just additional living space in the basement area. And we'd be fine with that as well. If we can do an ADU, that's our preference, but we're fine without that as well.
Well, the application is specific, and if this board were to deny this, it doesn't give you a second shot at the apple. So you really have to be coming in here asking and knowing what you want and
Well,
be specific.
Yeah.
And you don't comply, from what I can tell, unless, we'll go to code enforcement in a couple minutes here, but unless there's something I'm missing or misunderstanding, the ADU application doesn't apply if you don't reside there.
Okay.
So if I understood that correct, when you said you would be happy just going with the one family is permitted. So, and if we were just to deny it based on, just the letter of the law for the ADU, then yeah, they
Come back for-
propose with they wouldn't have to come back before us. They could just move forward with that plan.
Ms. Owen, you want to help us out on this? Make sure our interpretation is correct?
So this property is located in the MHDR 2 zone, medium high density residential district 2. It permits single family and single family with accessory apartments. As we are aware, this is an existing two-story structure. He's looking to convert the lower level, which is approximately over 2,000 square feet based on assessing, to become the attached ADU. It was previously the Echo Lodge of the Independent Order of the Oddfellows, and prior to that, it was a church constructed around 1902. The property is pre-existing non-conforming to current setback requirements and served by municipal water and sewer. There are existing multifamily dwellings within the neighborhood, and I did have a couple of conversations with the applicant. He did come in prior to submitting an application, and then we did speak over the phone as well prior to the meeting about the owner occupancy. And the thought was if it's sold, it would be a requirement that the new buyer would be required to occupy one of those units. So that's therefore why he continued with this application as is.
Okay.
So, Ms. Owen, would it be the correct assumption that if it were to be denied today, that if they remove that kitchen area and this proposal just became a single family, would it require any type of variance?
Would not require a variance, correct?
Existing building.
Can I ask a quick question?
Mr. Dragani?
Again, to you, why wouldn't it just be a variance to be a two-family, and why would we have to go with an ADU?
That is also a thing that a topic that we did talk about, and I think the preference at the time was to continue with the single family with the ADU. So that's where we're at.
Mr. Moynihan, I see a conflict here, and the legislature has recently enacted new standards. Our own standards require you to reside there. If you would like to withdraw this at this time, where you don't reside there, and preserve the opportunity at some other time, or to come back with an alternative, I would be amendable to that. I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts on it. I don't dominate all the decisions, but understanding what the ordinances say and how we're to comply with them, I'm not amendable to proceeding with this application as it's posted.
Mr. Chair, outside
Mr. Corbett.
of the owner occupancy, just, again, I don't speak for the entire board, but me personally, would have a tough time with, a variance for an ADU that's about 3 times what's allowed when the other use for the property, without a variance is a single or a two-family. I wouldn't necessarily see the need for that in general, never mind that large, so I would recommend what you were proposing. But again, that doesn't, being that there's so many options, doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts on what I've proposed to Mr. Moynihan?
No, I agree with you guys, both.
Mr. Tripp, any objection there if Mr. Moynihan decides to withdraw, or do you insist that he proceed if he'd like? I don't know. Mr. Moynihan, you feel free to address it.
Yeah, sure. No, so just so I understand, would it, from the board's view, would it make more sense for us to, if we would prefer to go down the road of converting it to a two-family? Would that be an easier ask?
You wouldn't come for the board for that.
Yeah, I would prefer that if you're going to change it that drastically, I'm going to ask that, I'm going to suggest, and I think it's too complex for this board to start amending that like we did in the prior case. I would recommend that you withdraw this and renotice if that's your intent, so that we can notice the public and they understand, your abutters understand what you're doing.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
If that works for you, just let us know that let us state now that you withdraw this application as it sits for a rainy day.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll withdraw the application as it sits for a rainy day.
All right. Very good. All in favor, board, I would need a motion. Mr.
Burgess, yeah, I know. We're all messed up today. Would he have to renotice?
Yes, he would.
Yes, he would. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm
He's
good with that.
withdrawing
then.
this application. I already said he would have to renotice. Would you like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Just to my correction, yeah, the two-family would require.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'll make the motion to yes, what is it?
Allow the applicant to withdraw his application?
Yes, allow the applicant to withdraw his application.
Very good. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Mr. Tripp seconds. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Moynihan, very good. You're all set. Have a good evening. And, again, reach out to code enforcement and have any further discussion.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. All right, next up, case number 25-136, Common Side Road,
yeah.
Common Man Roadside, please. And good evening.
Good evening.
And you would be?
Justin Sousa from Sousa Signs, representing the Common Man.
It's in here.
All right, Mr. Sousa. You are looking for an alteration to the signs, correct?
Yes.
So an additional sign.
I don't see his name anywhere.
I do.
You do,
We have a letter from.
For representation?
It shows Justin's name.
Mr. Corbett, is that what you were
Red Perrin.
addressing? You have a letter of representation?
This document was signed by the property owner.
But it doesn't show his name, this gentleman.
Well, let's move forward. Mr. Sousa, you saw how we proceeded on the prior two variances. There's going to be some question, I think, on letter of representation.
It does. I authorize a representative of Sousa Signs in Manchester to appear before the planning board, sign review board, and/or ZBA for the site.
Correct. Who signed it?
Brad Perna.
Brad?
Yeah, Brad Perriman?
Could you introduce yourself for the record, please, sir?
Justin Sousa from Sousa Signs in Manchester, New Hampshire.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Sousa. This board secretary has pointed out in discussion about the landowner authorization. Before we have you read your application, can you help us understand this, please?
Yeah, Brad Perna is the property owner,
Okay,
a representative for the Common Man Companies, and he authorized us by way of that letter to submit and represent this application.
all All right, so he is the property owner, and you said he is the Common Man Company?
He represents the common man, yes.
He does.
He's an agent of the common man.
So the original deed was signed by a representative of 256 Investment Associates on behalf of 256 Investment Associates, which I believe is a subsidiary of, or the parent company. By that, I believe that this does, I understand possible confusion, but knowing how we do this at work, when you get stuck, you don't necessarily know who you're going to be sending. So, and then the person who authorizes it isn't always the same person whose name is on the original deed.
Do we have any reflections on the officers of this corporation?
I can look that up.
I'm just curious, and it's going to be up to the board on this, how we proceed, but I would think that would be significant here, that we understand the officers of the corporation, so that we know that the individual signing for the property ownership actually belongs to the property ownership. Am I correct, Mr.
I have
Burgess?
it right here.
I would agree.
He's the managing partner.
He is noted as the managing partner?
Yeah, there's numerous articles about him as the managing partner for Common Man Roadside.
Okay. Does the board have any objection with proceeding based off of what Mr. Corbett has just portrayed?
I also have his LinkedIn if anyone's interested.
Okay. Anybody objection, Mr. Burgess, Mr. Tripp?
No?
Ms. Moran, you're all set?
I am.
All right. That being said, we'll accept this, and Mr. Sousa, please proceed and understand our caution here, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay, very good. So welcome, and please proceed.
Okay, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest because the request for one additional wall sign, which the intended use is of acting as an advertisement or special information board for promotional products. It is not contrary to the public interest, as it would help alleviate the large amounts of window graphics that can be found at similar businesses. The spirit of this ordinance is observed because it is still found and upheld with the aggregate allowance of all signs combined found on the property. The total signage would be roughly 40% of what would be allowed. Substantial justice is done because would be achieved as this would allow Common Man Roadside to stay in line with all of their locations throughout New Hampshire. This location has been reduced in overall signage to keep in kind with other businesses. The values of surrounding properties are not diminished because commercially zoned properties typically are affected in a positive manner with keeping the building signage and overall property appearance maintained. Literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in an unnecessary hardship. The request for the approval of the additional wall sign seems quite reasonable in allowing the business to change their promotional items, which is what the sign is intended for. However, having multiple window graphics to achieve the same result does not seem like the best situation in trying to keep a clean image for the property. While the sign ordinance does not specify the allowance of multiple window graphics, the intent for the sign is to be able to consolidate all that are allowed into one specific area. As the property is facing multiple public rights-of-ways, the zoning ordinance does not give relief for these instances with the allowance of additional signs. Excessive window graphics would break the Common Man Roadside's branding design standards that have been set for previous locations.
All right, well, please proceed in your own words.
Okay, so what we're looking to do is we are allowed 2 wall signs by right. And we currently have 2 proposed, one on the south and one on the east elevations. And we're looking to add a 3rd sign, which is the changeable message sign that goes between the 2 front windows of the entrance. Typically, convenience store establishments have their windows plastered with specials and products that they sell. This isn't in the Common Man branding, and they like to consolidate all of their promotional, their promotions within this one sign that they put at every one of their convenience stores.
Which one's B?
You had indicated signs facing the south? Is that in your
South
testimony?
elevation, yeah.
Yep. And
This way.
I see, south elevation. Are those two, is the Common Man Roadside and Market and Deli, is that the equivalent of the 40 square feet that you're trying to achieve?
Ding, ding, ding.
No, it's the lower sign that's between the two front windows. That's the sign we're looking for relief.
Down there? Okay.
Oh, got it, all right, D1, thank you. All right, I have it.
Okay. D1. 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 Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Mr. Tripp?
You said this is a changeable electronic message sign?
No, I did not. I did not say electronic message. It's a changeable sign.
Changeable
It's
sign.
manual change.
Okay.
So we put a graphic up, they run the promotion for 30, 60, 90
All right,
days.
The answer is acceptable, yes or no. So it's not a message sign?
No, sir.
I think what I heard was the message changing sign is in the building, am I correct? Did you indicate that?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
He said rather than changing out the window signs,
Oh.
this allows you just one main sign.
Got it.
We're gonna keep the windows clean. Was my takeaway at least.
Okay, yeah, I was just looking for clarification there.
It's good.
Want to make a,
Mr. Tripp said his hand up.
Mr. Tripp?
Is there a gas station going to be with this facility?
Yes.
Is that a separate entity?
Is in terms of signage, yes. The gas canopy is covered under a separate ordinance for signage.
Okay. I was confused on that because, if it's a separate entity, separate signs, then we're within our purview here.
And so this sign here is it replacing two other signs? Is that what I understood?
No, we're allowed 2 wall signs by code.
Okay.
So we're well within our square footage allowances, but what we're looking for is having this is a third sign as far as the application goes.
Okay.
So all of the Common Man signage is all legally permitted, well within size. We haven't maximized our square footage for signage, but the rule is we can't have more than 3. So this is we can have 1 freestanding and 2 wall signs. So this lower wall, small wall sign is technically our 4th sign, if you will.
Okay.
Do you have a freestanding sign?
We do, yes. And it's already been permitted. We have a permit for that.
So if that Market and Deli just happened to be part of the Common Man logo, we'd be fine because it would just be 2 total. So it's my takeaway on it is 2 can't exceed X. Here it still doesn't exceed X. We just have 3. So I don't really have any questions.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Mr. Burgess?
No, I'm good, I think.
Mr. Dietzel?
All set, thank you.
Anybody on my left? Mr. Tripp, Mrs. Moore?
No, I understand.
Okay. Gentleman down to the left, Mr. Dragani and Mr. Obimba, any thoughts there?
No other questions were asked.
Okay, good enough.
Excuse me.
If there's nothing else, we'll take a call to the public. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Sosa?
No, not at this time.
Make a call to the public, you'll have an opportunity to rebut, okay? Make a call to the public, we have some phone numbers posted up there, Mr. Corbett?
Yep, anybody at home who wishes to dial in, you're going to dial 646-558-8656, and your meeting ID is 323-909-140. Once you're in, you're going to press star 9 to raise your hand. And if you're having any technical issues, please dial 603-845-5585, and someone will help you.
You're getting good at that.
Get this down.
All right, anybody here wish to speak in favor of this application? This would be your opportunity to do so. Seeing no one rise here, anybody in opposition?
Mr. Chair, seeing no one rise online.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Mr. Venture. I was wondering where you were. Thank you. And
Went to the remote.
anybody opposed to this, this would be your opportunity as well. Seeing no gestures or anybody rise, and taking it that Mr. Preventure has us covered there, we'll presume that we've met the standard for statute for public input. Before we move forward, Mrs. Owen, you have anything you want to add to give to us here at all for clarity?
I'll just clarify, obviously, this has prior planning board approval when it comes to constructing the convenience store and the filling station on the site. It is located in the general commercial district, which allows 2 building signs, as the applicant stated, and 1 freestanding sign, which has already been permitted. And the aggregate area of all signs shall not exceed 2 square feet for each lineal foot of public street frontage, which they have quite a bit of, and they're well under that threshold. And as the applicant, clearly stated, this is a manual changeable panel cabinet that's a signage that's internally illuminated, and it would be about 40 square feet.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the clarity.
I move we go into deliberative session.
Mr. Burgess makes that move.
Second.
Mr. Tripp helps him along. All in favor of the deliberative session, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're in deliberative. Anybody would like to lead,
Pretty
please do.
straightforward. It's not everyone's favorite signs that we've been seeing. I mean, it's an internally lit sign. They can change basically the equivalent of changing out the letters, only now you're changing out a sharper looking sign. I have no problems with it. I think for this area, it works. I think for the branding, you kind of know what you sign up for when you, I want to say go with a franchise or go with a corporation, but you know what you sign up for. So I'm not really surprised that they need the extra sign.
Okay, Mr. Tripp, any thoughts?
Fairly simple. He's asking for another sign.
All right, good enough. Mr. Tripp, Mr. Corbett both covered it very well and succinctly. Mrs. Moran or Mr. Burgess, you have anything you'd like to add, or are you good with that?
I just want to add that I like the sign. I like QR codes. You don't have to talk to people.
Okay.
There's no words.
Okay.
I have one thing here that we may have forgotten. Are these signs going to be on all day long, all night long, or is it a 24 hours? That's the only thing I should have asked, I think.
I thought about that.
Yep.
My thought was that the hours go till 11 anyways. Being it's not in a residential area, I didn't really have many concerns, unlike the other two.
All right.
And being it's not a sign that's gonna be flashing, since it'll just be a standard one. We got a picture of how it looked at night. Personally, I didn't think to bring it up after I read those things, but the concern was originally there.
Okay.
I don't, if everyone has different thoughts, go, but that was at least my thought of why I didn't raise it.
Zone, do we have any stipulations in planning for any of the signs or that zone for what lighted signs, how long they can stay on?
I don't believe so. Not in general commercial, but I'll look at that.
Okay.
We did have the Blue Seal feed sign.
The McDonald's sign is lit up, I believe, 24 hours.
It is what it is. We're going to roll into it and do the best we can. Let's try to just keep everything
Wanna make sure we're
smooth and
covering them
simple and clean and tomorrow. But basically, get here as early as you can, and we'll just prep
when we hear you.
RTG in the morning, and hopefully be like ready to go at 10 o'clock. I think we're gonna be back. That thing starts at like 7:30. It usually ends at like 9. Ben keeps saying it goes over 2 hours, but it doesn't.
Go ahead.
It'll be good.
Try and get his attention.
Yeah, I think McDonald's has a 24-hour sign. I know the T-Bone sign seems to be lit well into the evening. The Gibbs sign also right there. Even just further down, the old Derry plumbing, I believe, was right there. That sign's usually on late. So I think for the area, it wouldn't be a distraction. It's not right up against the road.
Property
building.
to the right has a broken sign lit up
Yep.
all the time.
And then just further down, you get that one that's flashing in the window that we have no control over, that streams across in those nice green letters. The traffic that I like.
Okay. Somebody want to do something? I don't
So
know.
I don't know, if you guys want to put something in, to keep it within the hours, that would make sense, but I also think having a little bit of light within a parking lot like that may curtail anything that typically goes on in a parking lot at night, so.
I'm good with having it just as it's presented.
I'm good with whatever the board decides.
I would think that this sign being on the building, if there was a lighted issue of signs, the one out alongside the roadside, freestanding sign would be a bigger issue. So I think I'm fine with just leaving it alone.
Okay.
Mr. Tripp, you as well?
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
Subject to all
Who's number 5?
state and town permits inspections is fine for me. I don't think I need anything else.
Okay.
Overcomplicate it.
All right. I think we're all set. We can come out of deliberative.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Mr. Burgess has the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Mrs. Moran, you have a motion to read.
I do, thank you. I make a motion on case number 25-136 for Common Man Roadside to grant a variance to the terms of Article 12, Section 165-101.3.a.2 of the Town of Derry zoning ordinance to allow the installation of one additional building-mounted sign at 40 square feet, parcel ID 31043, zoned GC, as presented with the following conditions. We have one, subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections, and that concludes the reading of the motion. I need a second.
Second.
Second puts that motion on the table, on the floor. Mr. Corby, you have finding of fact?
Yep, finding a fact for case 25-136. The board found that the applicant is currently constructing a convenience store with a filling station and has received site plan approval from the planning board. The property is located in the general commercial zoning district. A maximum of 3 signs is permitted in the GC district, 2 building signs and 1 freestanding sign. And the aggregate area of all signs shall not exceed 2 square feet for each linear foot of public street frontage. There are 3 building-mounted signs and 1 freestanding sign proposed for the property. Therefore, a variance is being requested to allow 1 additional 40-square-foot building-mounted sign. The total square footage of all signage is significantly less than the maximum permitted based on linear frontage along Crystal Ave. And if approved, the appropriate permits and inspections will be required. The board also includes all facts found in the meeting minutes for this application and incorporates all meeting minutes into its finding of facts and decisions. Does anybody have any additions or addendums to make?
Seeing no gestures there, all in favor of moving the motion forward for a vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Corbett?
Vote yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Chair, I vote yes.
Mr. Tripp?
Yes.
Mr. Burgess?
Yes.
And the chair will make it unanimous. Congratulations, Mr. Sousa, and to Common Man Roadside. Your application's been approved by a vote of 5-0. Anybody aggrieved by this decision has 30 days to ask this board for reconsideration. After that, recourse will be Superior Court. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good night. Yes, ma'am. Got it. Okay.
If you want to read about all the awards he's won, I got a few articles.
All right, next case is 25-137, Don and Stephen Facteau, trustees of the Facteau Family Revocable Trust. Good evening, folks.
Hello.
Saw how we did it? You saw how we did it?
Yes.
All right, good enough. Proceed, please.
So we're here, should I?
Yep, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, and then you can just dive right into the 5 criteria.
All right, great. We're looking for...
Sorry, just name and address first.
Oh, Stephen Facteau and my wife, Dawn.
Dawn Facteau.
And you guys reside at
32 Collettes Grove.
Thank you. And then, yeah, feel free. Now you can just read the 5 criteria exactly as written. And then once you're done, the floor is yours.
Okay. The variance will not be contrary to the public interest because the new addition we're looking to build will increase property values and enhance neighborhood aesthetics. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because there will be no negative impacts to neighbors or community and/or the health, safety, or general welfare of the community. Substantial justice is done because no diminution of property values occurs while enhancing the overall aesthetic of the neighborhood. The values of surrounding properties are not diminished because a new structure that complements the existing and surrounding homes provides an improved visual and updates the existing structure. The variance approval requested to allow placement of the addition within the setback boundary. The new addition is to be approximately 10 to 12 square feet more within the setback compared to the existing deck, which is 2 to 4 square feet within the setback. The proposed use is a reasonable one. It's a reasonable request to allow the new 16 by 22 addition to be constructed as an extension of the existing home to increase size and maintain symmetry. So we're looking to construct a 16-foot addition off of our existing 22-foot wide house.
I believe that Stephen had made some drawings on the map. Also, I just wanted to add to that the property directly abutting the property in question, we actually own that property also. So when we're not within the setback, it's actually our property that we're encroaching on. Yeah, thank you very much.
So in this drawing here, which was submitted, the dark gray is the existing deck. That's where the new addition is going.
And I did take some pictures, which I have on my phone, but I did not submit them in time to have them in front of the board, and I apologize for that.
This drawing here with the red shows the existing deck with the new addition overlaid with some dimensions. There's a similar drawing with a red and green key that shows the encroachment into the setback of the existing deck in red and where the encroachment would be for the new addition. We're really just talking about the corner there.
Do you know about how far, so I found the red and green helpful. Do you know about how far more that's now adding? So is it really?
Right now, I figure that there's about 2 to 4 square feet within the setback. And we're really talking about less than 10 square feet when it's all said and done. The distance from the edge of the deck to the edge of the house is about 2 feet, maybe a little bit less.
Thank you.
Okay. That radius is created by the pin on the right-of-way.
Where the 12 feet is noted from?
So then I also provided another dimensions with some more miscellaneous dimensions on it. That's where the 12 feet is.
So essentially, this is just pinched between the existing house and an existing garage.
Correct.
Yeah, we're hiring a professional builder to do the work for us. We recently had 32 Collettes Grove Rd. Our primary residence was surveyed. The certified plot plan is what we're using. We also had the next door
the abutting
The abutting
property.
lot is, I have a certified plot plan for that as well. And it just,
Anybody?
it makes sense to put it right where it is so that it comes off of the house, maintains pitch lines on the roof, doesn't affect or create drainage issues on the ground there. The ground there is very flat, and there are some challenges as far as that goes.
How wide's the house?
Excuse me?
How wide is the house?
22, that room is 22 feet.
Yeah, okay.
We want to go full width, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, anybody else have any questions? Anybody at all?
No, it's pretty,
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
There's not many questions on the property that I can think of.
And even though they own the other property, if they did a lot line adjustment, then they would need a variance for the shed on the other one, so there's no winning.
I think the point, probably more for deliberative, that I think was Mr. Perkins, that we're basically squeezing in between. We're getting rid of an existing deck in between an existing house and an existing garage.
Correct.
It's not like we're really reinventing the wheel here.
Yeah,
Okay,
adequate space. Was out there today.
let's go through the protocols then. You folks have anything else you want to tell us? All right. No big secrets or surprises here, so.
Nope.
We'll make a, Ms. Owen, you want, feel free, fill us in here.
Thank you. This property is located in the low-density residential zoning district, which requires a 15-foot minimum setback from the side property line. This existing home is considered pre-existing non-conforming in relation to its location on the property. The corner of the existing deck appears to encroach into the side setback as we've reviewed. The existing deck would be removed and replaced with a proposed addition with a larger footprint that would align with the existing foundation. It would increase that nonconformity, and therefore they're asking for the variance. As we are aware, Collettes Grove contains many small lots and many nonconforming structures. And if this variance is approved, I just would like to make note to the applicants, from a code perspective, if this is an all year round living space, which will be heated and maintained throughout the year, a frost wall is required for foundation. If it's just simply seasonal, then sauna tubes are allowed, are permitted.
So we're not doing a foundation.
In the plan set, there's a drawing from the builder showing strip footings.
So, folks, this board doesn't care how you're going to build it.
Okay.
It's strictly code enforcement. They'll deal with it at another time.
It's,
Okay?
after it leaves the board, it's between you and them.
So then we'll go forward with the other
We
permitting.
just vote on whether or not it can even get to that point.
Very good, yes.
All right, so we all set? Let's make a call to public. We have some phone numbers there again for this case. Mr. Corbett can read those for the record.
Yep. Anyone at home who wishes to dial in, you're going to dial 646-558-8656, and your meeting ID is 323-909-140. Once you're in, you're going to press *9 to raise your hand. And if you're having any technical issues, you're going to dial 845-5585, and someone will help you.
All right, very good. Anybody here wish to speak in favor of this application? This would be your time to come forward. And seeing no one rise, anybody out there, Mr. Preventure?
Seeing none rise, Mr.
All
Chair.
right, very good. Anybody opposed to this application, this would be your opportunity to come forward and be heard. And again, once again, we see no one rise, and I believe...
None online, Mr. Chair.
Very good. Steadfast with no participants remotely. So that case, we've met the statute for public input. If you folks have nothing else, we can take a motion to go right into deliberative unless someone on the board has any further questions.
I'll make a motion to go into deliberative.
I'll second it.
Mr. Corbett, seconds by Mr. Burgess. All in favor of deliberative, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. We're in deliberation. I think...
I got nothing.
I said my piece during, I think, public.
It looks good.
You did.
There's not much to do there. Otherwise, they're not this is not an egregious ask, in my opinion.
Very good. I concur. Mrs. Moran?
I agree.
Mr. Tripp?
I concur.
Very good. Structure of the motion, subject to all state, town permits and inspections. I see no other reason to put any other condition on there, whereas the board's tempo is to be so agreeable here. So,
Make a motion to leave deliberation.
thank you, Mr. Corbett.
I'll second.
Mr. Burgess has a second. All in favor of coming out of deliberative, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mrs. Moran, you have a motion to read.
I do, thank you. I make a motion on case number 25-137 for Dawn and Stephen Facteau to grant a variance to the terms of Article 6, Section 165-48.b.4 of the Town of Derry zoning ordinance to allow the construction of an addition less than 15 feet from the side property line. Parcel ID 19040, zoned LDR, as presented with the following conditions. We have one, subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections, and that concludes the reading of the motion. I need a second, please.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. Burgess has a second, puts the motion on the floor. Mr. Corbett, you have finding of fact.
Yep, a finding of fact for case 25-137. The board found that the applicant is requesting approval to allow the construction of a 16 by 22 foot addition to the living area, 12 feet from the side property line. Property is located in the low-density residential zoning district, which requires a 15-foot minimum setback to the side property line. The existing home is considered pre-existing, non-conforming in relation to its location on the property. The corner of the existing deck appears to encroach into the side setback. The existing deck will be removed and replaced with the new proposed addition that has a larger footprint, aligning with the existing home and thus increasing the nonconformity. The property is located in Collettes Grove, which contains many small lots and nonconforming structures, and if approved, the appropriate permits and inspections will be required. The board also includes all facts found in the meeting minutes for this application and incorporates all meeting minutes into its finding of facts and decisions. Does anybody have any additions or addendums to make?
Seeing no gestures there and no acknowledgement, adverse acknowledgement, all in favor of moving this for a vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Tripp?
Yes.
Mr. Burgess?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins says yes as well, so that's a unanimous 5-0. Congratulations, folks, you've been approved. Anybody aggrieved by this has 30 days to ask this board for reconsideration. After that, recourse would be to Superior Court if this board were to deny such a request. Looks like you're friction-free. Congratulations.
Thank you
Have
very
a good
much.
night.
Good luck.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much, and everybody have a good night.
You too.
Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
All right.
Looks like he did.
We have some correspondence. We were overloaded with
I
it.
do. I've got 6 months worth of town and city magazines that I want to give to Mr. Burgess.
Very good. And we have no letters or beyond that.
They every 2 months?
We have approval of minutes. We have from 8/21/2025. Is that the one? No. Anybody have any changes to the August 21st minutes?
No.
Very good. I need a motion on those minutes, please.
I'll make a motion.
To approve the minutes from 8/21.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Burgess has a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We have the second minutes were from September 4th, and we have change on line 150. There was a little mistake there, and had to do with the request for rehearing from, what was their name? The limousine company, I'm sorry. Wrong page, the limousine company. But we, in our minutes, we had that, the date wrong on the motion, and the rehearing for the request was relative to a July 17th, not August 21st meeting. So we need a motion. If there are no other changes to those minutes from September 4th, we would need a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Mr. Burgess makes that motion. Could I have a second, please? Second by Mr. Corbett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mrs. Peoples, you're going to be leaving us pretty soon. Yeah. Your replacement would like to introduce herself? Please, speak into the microphone. Hi.
Oh, you're on camera.
It doesn't work. Okay, this one doesn't work.
Dance and sing would be acceptable. Okay. At some point, Mrs. Boudreau will be moving into Mrs. Peoples' place, and Mrs. Peoples, would you like to tell us about your direction? Or not?
You don't want us to follow?
Marcus wants to know where you're going.
The fire department.
Very good. All right, well, congratulations on that movement. I don't think we have anything else. Are there any other notes? Do we have, what do we have there, next meeting, Ms. Owen?
We have 3 that were tabled previously.
All 3 were tabled?
Interesting.
Very good. And other than that, Mr. Corbett, if you'd like to...
Motion to adjourn.
I would
I'll
like
make
to,
this-
I'd like to speak.
You could.
Right, I attended the planning board meeting last night, in addition to a couple cases. They also had a workshop on the legislation that recently passed.
Okay.
They have probably 5 or 6 pages of changes to the ordinances. You know, I got a copy from Liz, but I think the other board members might be interested in looking at it.
I think so, yep.
Absolutely.
Did we know about this at all? Or was this not something for the zoning board?
It was open to attend, yes. It was just a workshop to review the proposed changes. I think there may be some adjustments being made after some feedback last evening.
Okay.
There's going to be another workshop, so if people do review the changes to the ordinances, you know, bounce them against the new laws, I think we can give the any changes to.
I believe
Weren't we given copies?
So I was going to say, I think you emailed us ordinance changes a week or so ago. Is that those same ones?
Because I was at the meeting last night too with Richard, and I had already had those documents, and so I didn't take another copy, and I didn't know where I had gotten them. I didn't remember.
I think Harry emailed them to us a week or two ago.
To us, or
Yeah.
So any further changes or adjustments that they make after last evening's meeting before the next workshop, I'll make sure that gets circulated and just point out when the next workshop will take place as well.
And I think Caroline Wilson does notify myself. I don't know if the whole board gets notified, but they're open to those notifications if they'd like, so.
As I recall, Mr. Tripp brought a...
Say again?
You brought some of the stuff to us after one of the meetings, all right, one of the meetings.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah, I got a bunch back here.
4 or 5 bills that are require changes to the ordinances. I only brought in the one about the changes to the ADU. And that's from the New Hampshire Municipal Association. I find it's, well, the New Hampshire Municipal Association does provide you know, the highlights of the bill changes. You might want to read the bills themselves.
I did 2 nights ago, till I fell asleep. And I'm glad I had them, and Mr. Tripp certainly brought those to my attention as well, so. If there's nothing else, we can take a motion to
Make that
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Thank you,
I'll
Mr.
second.
Corbett. Mr. Burgess seconds. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.
Okay.